Hello everyone, this is Martin and welcome to another weekly video. We're going to be looking at trading opportunities for this coming week, May the 28th to June the 1st. And do you know that last week you could have made over 1,000 pips? It was probably one of my best weeks in a while. And actually over the last month or so, you could have made more than 3,000 pips just by watching my videos. Now, I don't expect you to make all the pips that I showcase, all the trades that I do show you. But as long as you take some trades and make some pips, I mean, that's the main thing. So you want to learn from my videos and earn some money at the same time. Now, last week I had 7 big winners, 2 losers, and 2 break-evens. What that means is that basically it didn't lose any money at all, got in, and just broke even. But we're going to look at the charts and show you exactly what happened. Now, at the end of the video, you can, I'll have some information for you on how you can get a free gift. I'm teaching a new course called Forex Success in 5 weeks, and I'll let you know how to get that, okay? The information on that anyways. So we're now going to go to our disclaimer. Okay, just quickly, this is our risk disclaimer, and you can always pause the video to take a good look at it. All the information I provide for you is for educational purposes. I'm not providing you any signals, and for many of you who have been watching the videos for a long time, you know that I provide some pretty good trade entries with specific trade entry levels where you could get in and make some pretty good pips. However, this is not that type of service. I'm trying to really teach you as to what I'm looking at. So it's for educational content, and always view this video at your own risk. Now, the first thing all of you should do, whether you're experienced traders or just newbies, you should all go to this website right over here. It's called www.forexfactory.com. I've got /calendar right there. And you need to do this before you even start trading for the week. So you can see it's a calendar that showcases and lets you know about the very important trading events, the economic news that could impact price levels. So you can see here, and this is stated in Eastern Standard Time. This is my time zone. So when you open up your Forex Factory in this website, it'll also show you this calendar in your time zone. Okay, so for Monday coming up, there's nothing indicated in red. And you don't have to be a fundamental expert. Just look for the bright red flags. These are called flags, okay? So I'm not looking at the yellow or the orange or anything like that. Just the bright reds usually are important news events. And this one you can see at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, May the 29th. Royal Bank of New Zealand is going to come out with some sort of report that could affect the interest rates, especially with the New Zealand crosses. So you can see New Zealand again at 9:10 in the evening. Wednesday here, so far nothing. I'm just going to scroll right down. We've got some 8:15 in the morning. We've got some heavy news coming out for the USD that affects the US dollar, and obviously affects the currencies trading with the US dollar. Here again at 8:30 in the morning. So you can see how you use this. Just look for the red highlights. Here's 9:30 in the evening. This is highlighted. It's with the red flag here. So there's some important information. And if you ever want to know what that information is, you just click on this right here. You click on these and it'll open up and tell you exactly what the report is and how that could impact the interest rates. Okay, so again, taking a look here, nothing there. Now we're on Friday, and Friday there's always some important news. 8:30 in the morning, you can see for the USD, we've got the non-farm payroll. That's a huge leader. That will certainly move the markets. So there's some USD employment news and at 10 o'clock as well. And that's it for this week, okay? Okay, we're going to look at the charts, and as always, we start with the Euro USD daily. That means each candle that you see, it is 1 day's worth of price movement. And the first thing that we're going to do is going to show you again last week what happened and why you could have made, you know, over 1,000 pips. So these are the exact levels. I did not change anything. I'm sorry, let's go to last week. Here we go. I did not change anything. These are the exact charts from last week. These are the levels I had put on there, and you can see I had basically said you could look at sells below 117.61. Guess what? Right there, did price go up or did price go down? Yep, it did. Price went down, and for this one, you could have made 103 pips just by placing a sell stop order just below this right over here. Now, for this week, we're going to be jumping back and forth. So here is the chart for last week. Show you how you could have made some pips for this week. And I want you to pay attention, make some notes or whatever, or review this video. This is what I see for this coming week, okay? And I'm saying that price most likely is going to go down. Look at sells below 116.40, and you could look at buys above 118.33 if price starts to reverse. Now, people always ask me what type of a trading system do I advocate. Well, I'm really a trend trader. That means I'm trading with the trend. So with the easy read charts, and this is what I teach in my new course, when you see the pink right over here, okay, you're looking at sell trades only, okay? And here I see price coming down to this level. This is a support zone. You could also look at it as a target. So if price is going to continue going lower, I see it coming down all the way to test this previous support area right here, okay? So that's that. Now we're going to move to the British pound. British pound USD, okay, and let me just have a quick look. This is what I had on my charts last week. Again, another winner. So taking a sell below 134.45, right, could have given you 133 pips. So you can see what's happening. Again, we're looking for sells when you see pink below blue, okay. Looking for, so this is a trending system, and under this level right here, you could have gotten in. Now, you can see the price here to the right side of this red vertical line. This is last week. These are the candles for each day of trading last week. This first candle right here is a combination of Sunday and Monday, because the broker we use combines Sunday and Monday. Sunday is not a heavy volume day. So Sunday, Monday, and then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of trading, okay? And usually the first day, I don't normally get into a trade. I kind of just wait. But again, price here, you can see a doji with a very white little candle body right here. I still would have placed a sell below that and would have gotten in. Okay, so that's that for this week. Take a look. This is what I'm looking at. I believe price could continue going lower. Now from here, price may, this is a support area. Price may bounce up a little bit higher and then break through like that. But I'm looking for sells below 132.76, and price would have to come all the way above this area, above 135.55, to give me confidence that price could be going higher. Okay, but that's what I am looking at right there. Okay, so let's take that off and let's go to the Australian USD. This is what, okay, this is one trade last that kind of gave me a break even, so stopped out in a break even. Could have gotten in right above here, but price really didn't go anywhere. It's just going sideways. Take a look down here. When the blue MACD is like sideways like here, it's just hugging the zero line. So there's no trade opportunity. There wasn't that much of a trade opportunity last week. And so therefore, I broke even, didn't really lose any pips. For this week, take a look. I've drawn in this triangle. You can see what's happening. Price is kind of in this triangle pattern. As a matter of fact, if price breaks higher, okay, let me just do one more thing. Okay, I'm going to draw in a trend line. Okay, there you go. So if price breaks higher, it's going to test this area right here. So if you think price is going to go higher, look at buys above 0.7613. I've got tight levels here, so if you think price is going to go lower, you could look at sells below 0.7517, and if it goes lower, it's got to break the trend line first, but if it does, it's going to come down all the way to a previous support zone right here, and this could also be used as a target. So that's what I see for this coming week. Okay, let me take that off, and now we jump to the gold. Gold usually is tied into to how well the Australian dollar is trading. So you can see gold has been slightly going up. On Thursday of last week, we had a white big bullish candle. This is an inside bar right now. So right here for gold, you can play this very safely. If you think price is going to go higher, just place a buy stop just above the high of that candle and above this 200 SMA, or just below there. So you could basically, for people around the world, as subscribers and traders from around the world, if you can hedge your trade, or you can place two orders at the same time, you could do that. Place a buy stop here, a sell stop there. So either way, you're going to make money depending on which way it's going to go, right? Okay. In the United States, I don't think you're allowed to do that at all, but this is what I see here setting up for this coming week. Okay, so let's take that off, and now we get to the New Zealand USD, and this is another pair. This last week gave me a loss, because if you would have gotten in above here, you would have been with this on Tuesday's trading, you would have had a slightly loss in pips right there. Your stop loss, really, if you're a conservative trader, would be below the swing low right here. Let me just mark that in. So conservative traders would have a stop loss here. Aggressive traders getting in here would have had maybe a stop loss below this candle. But again, if you kept in the trade and you watched the next day it closed below the 8, so this is called the speed line, this candle you would have gotten, most likely you would have been spooked out, and you could have gotten out without a big loss. For this one, you would have only lost about 32 pips. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. Let's go to the next one, and I promise you, there's some big winners coming up. US CAD. Okay, so this is what happened last week. This one could have been a big winner for you. These are the levels I had posted, and I said you could look at buys above 128.87, and guess what? That would have been good for 87 pips. Okay, so I normally don't trade on the Sunday evening because of the low volume, and this is the candle Sunday evening, Monday. So the next day you would have seen a bearish candle all the way to the downside. Then we had a bounce off this support, which is this moving average right here. This is a powerful moving average, so we had a nice candle bounce up, and then price started going higher. I had this level posted, and you could have placed a buy stop just above there, or gotten in right here, and you would have made all these pips. Okay, so that's what happened last week. For this week, let's adjust our levels, and I'm thinking that price is going to go higher. Okay, I mean, right now we are at resistance, right? So price could come down a bit first and then go back up. But anyways, I'm looking at buys above 129.85 to come back up to this resistance area that you could look at a target here. And we've got a long-term trend line, long-term. So price most likely is going to come up to this area right here. To the downside, I don't see that happening, but it's going to come all the way below 127.66 for me to have some confidence to the downside. Okay, so let me just take that off and let's go to the next chart. Now we get to oil. We talk about oil because the Canadian dollar is often tied into this commodity here. Huge. I mean, look, all of last week. The first trading day, Sunday, Monday, we had an up day, but then all of a sudden we had a down, a black bearish candle, another bearish candle, another bearish, and then finally a huge drop on Friday's trading. Okay, so keep that in mind. Oil went down. Most likely it's going to go down further to retest this support area, the support zone right here. So, you know, most likely price is going to come down here, also meet up with this moving average, and then from here it's probably going to go up, and, you know, and could even do that type of thing or go higher, right? Okay, but oil went down. Let me take that off. Let's go back to the US CAD again. So oil went down. That means the Canadian dollar weekend. And just to show you, for this week, you can see the US. This is the US CAD right here. Okay, daily chart, and US strengthened against the Canadian dollar. And you could see that on the oil chart. So how oil tied into the Canadian dollar. Okay, so now we move to US Swiss franc. This is what happened last week. I did not change my charts, and for this one, you would have made 53 pips. Okay, you can see easily that I always post two levels. I post a high level and a low level. So if you think price is going to go higher, it would have to go above the higher level that I post on the charts, lower below this lower level, right? And in this case, right over here, getting in there, you would have made the pips from here to here. Okay, so just letting you know what happened. I haven't changed these charts. I've left all the information. I mean, you can check last week's video. You're going to see the exact same thing. So I'm not fibbing with you. Okay, and I want to go to this week. This is what I've got posted. Now I've got 3 different levels here. Okay, so if you think price is going to go higher, and see, right now we're in an uptrend, okay? So uptrend, right? Why? Because we have green above blue. That's the new course, Forex Success in 5 weeks. So we're looking for buy trades, okay? This is just a pullback, which means in a trend, most likely it's going to continue going higher, okay? So this is just a pullback area. So we're still in a uptrending pattern, okay? Just letting you know. So from here, if you think price is going to go higher, look at buys above 0.9956. That's why I've got this up arrow. This is for the aggressive trader right there. That's the aggressive trader entry. Conservative trader would look for buys above 1.0054 to the upside. And then to the downside, if you're a contrarian trader trading against the trend, you could look at sells below 0.9835 once price breaks this long-term trend line. Okay, so here's the long-term trend line. So price breaks there, and then you get in below 0.9835. Okay, so let's take that off the charts. And we're going to move to US Japanese yen. This one here, you would have, it would have been a loss, okay? And because, first of all, let me just take a look here. Yeah, first of all, I was looking for a buy above 110.84 last week. So right here, if you would have gotten in there the next day on the Tuesday's trading, see this small little black doji, you would have been kind of at break even or just a few pips lost. But then if you would have held on to it, thinking that price was going to go higher, this next candle closed right down right here, and you would have been out. You probably would have been spooked and said, well, you know, it's time to get out. So with a small loss, this would have been a small loss of about 57 pips. No big deal because there are other big winners. Okay, so that's what happened last week. US Japanese for this week. Here's my new levels. Buy above 109.84 to the upside, sell below 108.76. Okay, So I've got my levels there, and I've got my resistance and support. Now we move to the Euro British Pound. This is what I had for last week. Now this one, again, would have been a break even. If you would have gotten in above 0.8756, which is right there. See on this big candle? Now this was Sunday, Monday. However, so if you would not have traded, if you would have waited Sunday, Monday and to see what would have happened, you would have missed this the initial first big move. But now that you're at resistance, see this blue dashed line? That is a powerful moving average. It's the 89 EMA. You would have not gotten into a buy because this acts as resistance, right? It's too close to this blue line, so you would not have taken a buy after this candle. And then you wait, and you would have seen a black bearish candle again. So you're waiting, and really you wouldn't have gotten in if you did not take the initial trade on the Sunday, Monday. If you would have taken a trade, you would have been out probably here. Well, like I said, you would have gotten in and had either a small loss or just break even. Okay, so for this week, take a look. Here's the pattern that's forming, okay, and this is an interesting pattern, okay. So there's a lot of volatility here. So price going up, down, up, down, up, down, like a spring, like a coil. Sooner or later, with momentum, it's gonna pop out to the upside, or it's going to pop out to the downside. Okay, these are my levels I'm looking at for the Euro British Pound. If you think price is going to go higher, you could possibly look at buys above 0.8787. To the downside, you want to break this swing low below 0.8710. Okay, just because this is a triangle consolidation pattern, there's no momentum, price is going sideways. Take a look. The blue MACD line and the red signal line completely hugging the zero level. You can see that, and just going sideways. The bars here and the trending indicator almost at zero. So there's no trend here at all, just going sideways, and you have to wait to see if price goes above this level or this level. Okay, so that's that. Now we get to, we're almost finished. Euro Japanese yen. Okay, so this is what happened. Now take a look. I've left these on. I've not changed the charts. This is from my last week's video, and I said look at sells below 130.08. Right now, did price certainly go down below this? Okay, I mean, look at that. I mean, that was a major winner. So Euro Japanese yen, you would have made 171 pips if you would have had a sell stop order right here. Now, once price, see, we're looking for a sell trade, first of all. Pink below blue. So we're looking for sell trades, okay? And as soon as we see price reversing, and there's, oh, I'm sorry, let me just draw something. See here, price is starting to reverse, okay? And the good smart traders understand how to place on their charts sell stop orders. It's an order you put on the chart, waiting for price to meet your order. And in this case, putting a sell stop below here would have gotten you in for some major pips. Or even if you're very conservative, and pay attention, if you're a conservative trader, okay, see this candle here? This is a trend continuation, a momentum trend continuation candle. I teach that in the course. It broke the previous swing low, and you get in right there at the next candle, and you still would have made some pips from here to here. Okay, so I teach that in the course. Okay, now for this week, really quickly, and we're almost finished. Take a look. My levels here. We're sitting at support, so here you have to have a little bit of patience. Price could come up and then retest resistance and then break down below the support. So you can wait and look for sells below 127.10, or just place a sell stop order below this. If you think price is going to go higher, then I would be looking at buys above 130.63, right? But Right now, it looks like we have pink below blue, and looks like price is could go down lower. And how far? Let me just take this off. Okay, and I'll move my chart up. I have this already placed here. So here's the next area. So if price breaks the support here, price most likely is going to come all the way down to this area. Okay, the 124, 123.50 to 124 support zone, and you could also look at this as a target. Okay, now let's take that off, and we're going to move to the Euro Audi. This was, I believe, a huge the Euro Japanese yen was good for 232 pips. This one, the Euro Audi, was good for 171 pips. Again, take a look at this. It's clear as day, right? So right here, these were my levels last week. Sell stop below 156.47. You would have made all that up to at least this 200 moving average. That would have been your support right there, or your target if you would have taken a trade. Okay, and for this week, these are my levels. I kind of expect price to continue going down eventually to this area. So look at sells below 153.88 to the upside. You can see that level here. From here, price may go sideways a little bit, and we'll take a look. Just have some patience and wait for this. Okay, and finally, I think our last chart, the British pound Japanese yen. That was a huge moneymaker last week. Look at that. These are the levels I had posted. Again, sells below 148.68. Come on. A lot of you should have made some money there. Look at that huge drop down. That was good for the biggest winner of last week, 310 pips. So we applaud all those people that did make those pips on this pair. I'm sorry, this is the wrong label here. Just ignore that for a second. But this is actually the British pound Japanese yen chart. Okay, now for the conservative trader, if you were concerned about this long-term trend line, this was a breakout candle right here. So often candles do come up to retest and then come back down, but again, eventually getting in below there, you would have made some pips. Okay, and for this week, let me just take that off. This week I kind of see the continuation, but this time, look at sells below 145.18, and this would be your first target right there. Okay, so below 145.18, and that is the British pound Japanese yen. And finally, as I mentioned, click on the subscribe button if you love these videos. Thank you very much to all the new subscribers. I'm getting quite a number of new subscribers every week, so I thank you very much from all over the world. And also those people that have recently registered to take my new course, Forex Success in 5 weeks. Here's the information. If you want your free 33-page ebook, email me. My name is Martin at mskyj007@gmail.com, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the like button as well on YouTube. So here's the information. Send me an email. Tell me if you like my videos, and take care. We will talk to you again next week when I've got another video for you. Bye for now.